Orale, vatos locos! Welcome back to part 2 of this death sighting review featuring the Deathscyther chip, the 12 disc, the Axe frame, and the high Accel dash driver. What's happening? Aside from being cool looking, it's just a garden variety sparking chip with a garden variety plastic chip core. Nothing to see here, just move along. Here's Hyperion 2. Here's Lucifer 2. Here's Deathscyther. The result speaks for itself. It's a throwback from the Cho-Z era, known for being the lightest disc that accepts frames and for being very dangerous due to its exposed quote-unquote blades. In WBO, they even have a rule that a frame is mandatory or else it can't be used. In WBBA, no one really cared as it wasn't good anyway, so it rarely, if at all, appeared in competitive combos. Here's 0-0. Here's Wheel. Here's 12. Game over. Against 0-0. Surprisingly, it was able to hang with it. Against 0-0 again. In this second test, it was still able to hang with it. It is what it is. This is yet another supplies! As frames were last seen way back in the Cho-Z era from one Air Knight with Expand. It has a three-sided design akin to Vortex from God Valkyrie, or even better, its predecessor, Killer Deathscyther 2 Vortex Hunter, from way back in the God series. However, unlike Vortex, it also has these three recoil-inducing contact points which should allow it to hit harder. Frankly, at this point, with the existence of wheel and various double chassis, discs with frames have already been outclassed. Nevertheless, Axe will be tested to see how it performs. Here's Wall. Here's Expand. Here's Axe. As shown, it sits in the middle between Wall and Expand. Not bad. Against Phoenix, whoa. For this to work, Axe needs to meet two conditions. First, it has to be wider than the layer it's on to expose its contact points. Second, it has to be tall enough to make contact with its opponent's layer, ring, or double chassis. Therefore, just the Phoenix core with a tall driver like Mobius was used for this test. Against Variant 2D, it hit Variant 2D as hard as it could, considering they're in different weight classes. Due to how low Variant 2D is, Axe is able to make direct hits and thus knock it back a little due to the recoil. However, Variant 2D is just too heavy relative to its own weight to be knocked out. Against Cross, it got crossed by Cross. The general consensus is that Cross gives the least chance to scrape in same spin. Because Axe hangs lower than Cross, it has more chances to scrape and thus lose stamina. Aside from this, if Axe's contact points hit its opponent, there are two outcomes. The recoil will either bump its opponent, make it scrape, and lose stamina. Or the recoil will drain its own combo stamina. Against Wall, it got one fluke win and that's it. The general consensus is that Wall gives maximum LAD to Berry. Axe doesn't hang as low as Wall and thus isn't a good fit for Berry. Against Expand, it didn't stand a chance. The general consensus is that Expand gives maximum LAD to Destroy Dash. On a normal height driver like Destroy Dash, Axe still sits lower than Expand. Therefore, it would scrape earlier and lose the LAD battle. It's basically just a taller version of Accel Dash from the Cho-Z generation. Accel Dash has a small, flat plastic tip. Its increased height gives attack-type discs or chassis more chances to hit its opponent's layer. When flat launched, it circles the lower ledge of the Tornado Ridge at normal speeds, then slowly drifts to the center. However, it doesn't settle at the center per se, but just hovers around the area. When bank launched, it does a flower pattern, albeit at normal speeds. Afterward, it doesn't exactly stay put at the center either. Here's Extreme Dash for comparison. Notice how much faster the speed of Extreme Dash is. Using High Accel Dash, It still hits hard courtesy of Rage 3A, but was also being knocked back as it couldn't take much of the recoil. Using Extreme Dash, it was the one knocking back Tempest due to the combination of its rubber tip and forward inertia. Against Extend Plus, its height is actually a disadvantage as it got easily destabilized. Against Extend Plus, being taller doesn't change the fact that it has very poor to no LAD. And that's it for this Deathscyther review, Vatos Locos! Tune in again on the next episode. Why, you ask? Why not? Or even better, why Vern? Alright! As usual, it's the same Papabey time, same Papabey channel.